one of the most drastic disaster of prestigious Jet Airways happened in the in the world. Entire Jet Airways flights has been grounded for non-payment of lease rents. Also, employees' payments were due, and other commitments, financial cost to lenders were also due. That made the Jet Airways to ground all the operations from day before yesterday night onwards. This is not a good signal for any economy of the world. Jet Airways, one of the prestigious organization, when it was founded with capital, there was not a problem. When it borrowed money from the financial institutions to the extent of rupees 8,000 crores, that created major problem to them. What is the reason? Why these financial institutions are unable to, not willing to add additional finance of expected 400 to 500 crores to the Jet Airways? Why they are reluctant? That's the most interesting point. Bankers always feel that they don't want to throw good money after bad money. That is true. But when the amount of rupees 8,000 crores was given, that was already thrown good money after bad money. That you have not monitored how the money was used, how the money was spent, what was the result of that money loan given. Now you have to start the revival process. Lenders should not feel that we have to close the operations and make the unit inoperative and close, and all the employees and all the stakeholders should incur loss, and the government image, corporate image should come down. That should not be the policy of any lender. The policy of the lender should be to make the unit survive and take back your money along with interest. That should be the policy. What you have done while you have sanctioned, what the lenders have given while sanctioning the loan of 8,000 rupees disbursement, how it is monitored, how it was utilized, how the lender bankers have monitored the usage of the funds given. Now you don't want reluctant to give 400 crores or 500 crores what they required. See, every way, even a small vehicle also needs a 1 liter, 2 liters of petrol to go to travel for 5 to 10 kilometers. Why not the same way? You already, when it comes to an end, it is a duty of the lenders to see that the unit survives. It is the industry versus the lenders, financial institutions. We have to, everybody of the country, the entire world should see that the industry should survive first, because without industry there is no economy in any part of the globe. We have to see that industry should also survive first. Industry consists of investors, employees, lenders, government, resource suppliers, human resources, everybody should benefit from that. If one industry closes, thousands of people will come onto the road without employment, without income, and resource suppliers will be stuck up, and that will have cascading effect of they will be unable to repay the commitments to their suppliers. The government will reduce its revenue, its income will be reduced, and lenders also, it will be very difficult for lenders to collect the money back from the financial what the amount lent. Regarding the image, entire nation's image is dependent on the stock market. What is the stock market? The share price was 262. Now it has become 0. What is the impact of the investors' confidence? See, it should be that think from the angle of multiple angle, not from the angle of only creator or financial institution. Of course, financial institution is a source for public deposit. That is okay. But when you have given money and not monitored properly, that itself is the first point of carelessness, of first point of throwing good money after bad money. Not now. It is better for the financial institutions to give additional money required to make it operative and see that the industry survives, and everybody is happy and collected, and make agreement with them that they will provide the service continuously subject to the condition of payment commitments fulfilled on time. Let it be lease rentals, let it be employee salaries, let it be financial costs to interests or taxes. Everybody, you see that the money you throw, it is not throwing good money, it is throwing money for the good purpose. That is important. Good purpose, good cause for the entire economy of the, not only for India, not only for entire globe, entire industry sector. The financial institution will be helping them, or else investor will not come. This is a time only creditors will come. Should come to help the hand holding to handhold them when they are in trouble. Every industry needs handholding by creditors because you have given money when they need it, but now there is urgency need, emergency need, and you have to provide the, just like giving blood at the time of accident. That is important. In the same way, the financial institution should be reasonable enough, kind enough, and also duty enough to provide additional finance to the industry to make it survive. First priority should be survival, next revival, next viable. So the first priority should be to make the organization Jet Airways revival first. Next, survive. It should be see that it is survived and made viable, profitable. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. 5,000 crores is not a big amount for repayment. That can be paid for Jet Airways with having so much of operations capacity and so much of experience, so much of money, so much of credibility. So much of this one from the last 24 years, it is not a problem for Jet Airways. The one thing is the trust by the creditors is important. Of course, they have committed a mistake by going to the financial institutions for lending. That is a great mistake they have committed. Instead of capital, they should have gone for instead of capital, they have preferred lending. That is the most dangerous thing. The creditors doesn't mean that it should not mean that you have to collect the money as and when it becomes NPA. You have to give support, utmost care for recovery. As you are an external person, you should help them externally, and you collect your money. It is with due respect to all financial institutions, you have every right to collect the money, but not at the time when there is a need of finance. But it should be depend upon the surplus of funds. How the surplus will come? You give additional finance, and you see that the money is used properly. You see that the management is involved. Your management is also involved. And you see that some separate escrow account is maintained for this purpose, and you see that within 2, 3, 4 years your money will be back with interest. Don't throw good money after bad money. You have already thrown good money after bad money. Now it is a time to make it revival, make it survival, make it profitable. Once industry fail means it loss to many and loss to image everybody. There is no gain. If without industry there is no economy in the world. Nobody can survive if there is no industry. Employees will come, entrepreneurs will come, and investors will come. Government will get the tax revenues. Everything will be flourishing. If it is not there, everybody will be in trouble. So it is better the financial institutions should be kind enough and also feel duty enough to see that they make it. They ensure the Jet Airways has got sufficient funds provided by them. Of course, then conditions are prescribed by you, but it cannot be closure, and action cannot be a solution for any problem. You have to see that the problem is revival. You see that the problem is make it survival, make it profitable. Until it is profitable, you handhold the industry and make it profitable, and also make it flourishable, and also it should be the image of the creditor also. See, when you are given to the loss-making company, after you are lending, the company goes into trouble means you are inefficient also there. It brought light to your non-monitoring also, your incapacity also. If it flourishes, all your efforts will become profitable and acceptable to society and commercial world. So you rectify your mistake, or if any irregularity, there is an opportunity to handle the industry and make it survivable, profitable by providing additional finance, what they require, whenever they require. You give them sufficiently. See that they flourish again and repay you money back. Of course, you don't give them money without security. Of course, security is important, but when it is needed, when the person is in an accident, nobody helps for the purpose of security or for the purpose of guarantee of repayment. It is humanity. In the same way, the lender should feel the commercial responsibility to see that the unit is revived, survived, made profitable. This should be the concept of every financial institution, and in that background, we request and we feel, we hope that the financial institution should provide sufficient funds needed for the operation. You see that this is the zero step. From here, everything can be positive, and you see that the new management is taken over, and they have performed according to your guidelines, and your money is back with interest, and also including old areas also. So Once a loan should not make the commercial industry make the industry into losses. That damage should not become to any creditor. The creditor should have the should have the benefit of supporting the needy industrialist, and their flourishment is creditors' what we'll call creditors' flourishment. So it should not become a punishment to borrower as well as the lender. It should be a flourishment or empowerment, or you can say improvement for both the borrower and lender. That should be the cause. Of course, there may be a possibility that the financial institution may feel that enforcement agencies may chase them for additional finance. Of course, this is already done. You already committed mistake. It has already happened. For these 8,000 crores, enforcement agencies will not leave you. But if you give additional also, enforcement agencies also will be there. The problem is already there. It is not the new now. So it is better if all the financials should think of providing additional finance and make the Jet Airways survived, revived, and made profitable. One more thing, the bankers feel that they will stop the operations, they will see that the operations stop, and the company assets are put into action and recover the amount. Is it sufficient to get your loan back? What about the investor? What about the investors whose share value 262, now 0? What is the fate of the industrialist? And what about the lenders? Means who has given flights and lease, and employees, government, everybody is there. But you are thinking of your credibility only. What about other sectors of the involved in Jet Airways? So you have not only your interest, it should be taken from the angle of all contributors, all sector concerned to the Jet Airways. Maybe employees, maybe lease flight owners, or government, or what we'll call passengers, investors, and also one of the important person is lender. So when there is no question of recovering the amount, you try again from 0 with this 8,000 crores of the balance. You see that I give you additional finance of another 1,000 crores, and you ensure that they revive their operation, because they are having a very good history of performance, very good history of employee service and perfection, and every history is there. You have to keep it already it is on the track. Just pushing is important. If you want to launch a new airlines, it takes years together to get that credibility. So it should not be, the Jet Airways should not be killed by the hands of the consortium of bankers by not extending additional loan. Investors already put their efforts. Now it is the duty of the lenders, because their money is involved, their interest is also involved. By keeping the all assets and of Jet Airways and auction and sold the amount, I don't think all the lenders will get the money with interest. They will get only whatever the money they have got. They may get only portion, but may not be in full. When it is not in full, why don't you think of reviving it? That should be social responsibility, commercial responsibility of the lender to handhold the borrower, to make him viable and profitable and survival. Financial institutions, consortium of banks has given sufficient loans depending upon the security provided by the Jet Airways and also the performance displayed by the Jet Airways. Of course, that may not be possible now with the same spirit, but it has happened not from now, it has happened from 2014 onwards. The losses are incurring from 2014 onwards. Why you are not able to collect the amount? See, when there is a loss first, when they first disclose loss, you should have taken action, you have taken under control of the management, you should have made every effort to collect the money. Of course, after all this it grounded, it may be difficult to collect your money, even after selling of the total assets also. That may not be difficult, because the value at the time may be different and now it is different. The share value was 262, now it is 0. When what is the value, how can you recover the money from the Jet Airways? You are not going to recover the total amount. The only way is to help them at the need and handhold them and make it profitable. The Jet Airways should be flourish again with your help of consortium of banks by providing additional finance. That should be a commercial responsibility of a lender. The similar past history of about Satyam Computers that was revived with the help of new management. The same can be done with every organization which is under the clutches of debt-ridden organizations. It is not that it is not possible. It is possible, but only it takes some more time. But the only thing what we require is the patience, time, dedication, discipline, and also from all sectors of the company should see that this is maintained, and the internal management should be so strong, and that it add value every day by day, quarter by month by month, quarter by quarter with their performance, and be able to repay the loans and win the confidence of investors and make it viable and profitable. And that should be what we'll call Jet Airways is everything possible. With the same line, the same can be taken up like Satyam Computers revived. The new management can be taken over with escrow account and under the supervision of consortium of banks. One thing I'm able to understand, why the banks wants to stop the operations of the industry and make it inoperative and auction it, and what they are going to get, that is important. See, the first duty according to RBI, Reserve Bank, and no commercial regulator, no regulator will see that the industry is closed and the lender is financed, lender is repaid. Every organization, every political organization, every commercial organization, every industry, every employee expects that the commercial organization should survive and repay the loans with interest. It is not that it should sell its assets and repay its loans. The consortium bank priority should be to recover the loan, not to auction the assets. That should be not to stop the operations and auction the assets. That should be a concept of lenders. A lender doesn't mean you can collect money as and when you want. Lender is also having duty to handhold the needy industrial and commercial organization to help them on time and make it profitable. And we extract your money with interest and with also credibility and help, friend in help, friend in need, and also friendly hand. That can be the help because this is maybe beginning. In future, many organizations may come. Many organizations may be under overburdened. All NPS are like that only. All may come like that only. So we want a solution for this. This model, Jet Airways can be a model, just like Satyam. The model can be Jet Airways can be model with the help of kind-hearted support by the consortium banks, without stopping them and giving additional finance to make them additional escrow account and change the management. That can be possible. There is a question. See, when they could not repay 8,000 crores, and how can they repay another if you give additional 800 crores, repay with interest? There is a possibility. What is the reason is, if you give the maintenance, that will cover them for 2 or 3 months operations, and after that they will be in a position to repay the interest, and next afterwards they may be in a position to repay the installments also. So that is possible, the winning the confidence of creditors as well as the investors as well as the employees. Everything is possible if sufficient timely help is equal. Just like it's nothing but an accident, commercial accident, which needs emergency treatment by financial institutions as well as the inner circle of employees, lenders, as well as the corporate government also, so that it is financial emergency, commercial emergency should be dealt with in such a way that the target should be to make the organization survive, revive and profitable. One more question is, if it is provide additional finance of 800 crores, and if it is not that, if either expected by the financial institutions, now they want to take action and close it, who is going to benefit it? And is it possible that all the financial institutions, whatever they given 8,000 crores, will get with interest? No, it is not possible. Even if you sell the entire assets, also it is not possible. Again, something will be left. So creditors are also not financial. Financial companies not fully met. Employees are also outstanding. There for 2 months, 3 months salaries is not given. They are also lost. And also flight lease owners, they also have to pay the amounts. And maybe taxes also, statutory dues may be payable, and all these are dues. What about only you are taking care of only your creditors, only your loans only? Why not others? They are also money. Even investors, whose share value is 260 crore become zero. What about his money also? His money is also involved. His confidence is also involved. Why not think of there also? See, not only it is not the problem of only creditor, it is the problem of entire organization who has contributed for the growth of this Jet Airways. Maybe the government, maybe the management, maybe the employees, maybe the lease owners of flights. Everybody should contribute hand to hand and make it survived and with the help of financial institution. Of course, others may not be able, because you know you already invested money. You should have more interest to recover your money back. That should be a concept of financial institutions. One more dangerous situation for the Indian economy, as well as the corporate economy of India, Indian corporate economy. Every corporate strength, every economy strength is dependent upon the share price, share market. If the share price is gone down, if the company's share is delisted, it means there is a beginning, and every global analysis will make in such a way that all the NPAs, which are holders of NPA accounts, may become like Jet Airways may in future also. So to avoid that image, it is better to take a step, preventive step, so it should not come into that clutches. And you see that every organization, which is, even if it is NPA, should be helped by the financial institution, and make it, every corporation is survived, and it should earn profit, and for the benefit of all employees, creditors, suppliers, government, lenders, and investors. So corporate image, to protect the corporate image, that's the ultimate goal of every economy, every nation's priority. All these things should be supported, and that should be done only with the help of all these sections, of including lenders. So there is nobody is going to gain if you stop the operations and put it action and sell it. Everybody is going to gain if there is a risk. You have already thrown good money after bad money. You add some more good money after bad money to make it viable, profitable, and accountable. You change the management, you see the result, and this may be a good cause. This is a good example also, just like Satyam. The same may be a good example also for all NPA accounts, on NPA loan accounts of corporates of Indian corporate area. One more question is how these operations will be repaid. Suppose the financial institution has given additional 800 crores. 8,000 crores by 800 crores. The financial institutions can make a condition that they will recover some 10% of the receipts as their recovery portion. It will, within 10% means it may become 1% of the loan amount. Every month 1% means within 4 or 5 years you will get 50% of your loan with interest. So that should be the cost. Of course it may cause delay, it may be delayed, but it will serve the purpose. Already once accident happens, it will be a fraction of a second. But revival takes months, days, months and years. In the same way, commercial action should also take some more time, but it's in the right direction, maybe slow or maybe fast. Success is assured, may be delayed, but success will come to all sections of the community, all sections of corporates, corporate image, creators support, creators confidence, and also investors confidence, employees participation, employees contribution, lenders contribution, and also everybody will be happy if the organization is survived. And you collect more and more, that is agreed, that is not able. After, of course, for 4 to 5 years, it may be trouble years, but it will recover with assurance. Definitely it will, if it is the right direction, definitely every success, there will be success for good efforts, dedicated efforts. Success will not be delayed. Success may be delayed, but not, success cannot be denied.